Okay, everybody, we are back. Hogan, welcome back, sir.
Honestly, you never check to see if I'm actually here.
I
One
just
of these
assume.
days.
I just assume. One day you're actually not going to be back. I'm getting into the draft lobby here. Let me make sure players are ready, and we're going to go to a game 3. Hogan, game 3. Senpai, please notice me versus Team DERP. That was an exciting game 2. DERP coming back, winning that match. Let's see what PLS does. You know, obviously both of these teams want to win this.
That's a very good point. I do think both teams, in fact, want to win.
I think so.
You really got a good
yeah.
read on this whole tournament concept right now.
Sorry, I was being distracted. Somebody in this lobby was asking me a question. And Hogan, we're looking for you in the lobby, actually.
I am currently sitting right under you.
No, you're not.
In my game, I am.
Wow, that's interesting.
Can you see me in chat?
Nope. Nope. It says you left the game. Maybe you just got DC'd.
In my game, I'm sitting in chat with you guys. Okay, I'll try and fix it.
Yeah, you might want to restart.
Oh, can't DC.
I'm just saying. Oh, I think. I think PLS's TeamSpeak crashed, so they're switching over to new comms. So it's just taking us a second here. We'll get this up and running for game 3. Somebody is DDoSing their TeamSpeak server. I'm gonna say it's Hogan.
Yes, I'm DDoSing my own team's TeamSpeak server so that they have no chance of winning game 3. That is my next strategy.
Yeah, it's all about being jealous.
I'm going to blame it on, I don't know, who's a good person to blame it on? Thatchy. And then create this huge rivalry between PLS and F3.
Nice.
Every time, PLS and SPL should not have the same letters in them. Like, how are humans supposed to be able to just differentiate between those instantly? Like, come on, guys. You should you got to change your tournament's name. Because PLS, obviously, they're solid. Your tournament, it could change.
True. You make really good points. We'll take it under advisement. We will take it under advisement. And we're just checking up on these teams. Okay, so soon as PLS fixes their communication problem, we'll be good to go. I wonder where PLS is going to go.
I already looked at this TeamSpeak. They are not here. But you know who is here? Mr. Swan!
OMG. I do see Swan over there. I hope he's out in Viewerland enjoying himself the day after Halloween. How was your Halloween, by the way, Hogan?
Too soon. Let's talk about game things. There's nothing to talk about game things. Let's talk about the weather. It is raining.
It's not raining here, so I don't believe you.
Well, in the real world, it's raining. In imaginary land, it is not raining. Confirmed.
Oh, well, all right. At least we cleared that up.
Okay, in other news...
In other news, go ahead.
That's all I got.
Oh, that's all you got.
I'm impressed with how DERP is played, considering, like, prior to this match, they had been playing with Pizza a lot. So, you know, they're a team that's always played 6, 7, 8 people deep.
Yep.
But the fact that they're able to overcome that roster change rather seamlessly and compete with a team on PLS's level is very impressive to me. I think they need extra credit for doing that.
I agree with you. Yeah, they've been playing with Pizza a lot, and Pizza, is gone and out for right now. But they're picking up the pieces and doing well without that. So, do they not normally play with both hooligans? Is that what's different in their lineup right now. Will be and also their team captain is not playing with them at the moment. But I don't know if they normally play with both hooligans at the same time.
You never really know with them. They never give me a straight answer. So they name change too often to keep track of who's actually playing.
That's true.
You know, they do have good rep with each other, so it's not that stunning that they're playing well, but still, nonetheless, when you scrim with someone a lot and then you make that change, like, it's a great change, and it shows how resilient they are as players.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like, let's see, have they figured out what they're doing? Okay. I believe PLS has figured out their new communication strategy, and hopefully they'll be ready to go here in a second. Let's find out. I'm excited. Game 3. They're ready. All right. Well, let's get this draft going. Let me show the draft, just so you can see when everyone joins. There we go. Game 3. Just need Derp to sit, and we're off to the races. All right, so Senpai, please notice me. They're back in the first band, first pick seed or seat, and Derp is obviously in that second position. Is that going to change how they draft here? Are we going to see what kind of ban are we going to see out from Senpai? Is it going to be a respect ban, or are they going to ban Harrower again? Because apparently they don't want to play him, and they don't want to play against him, has been evident in the first 2 games.
It's likely a Harrower ban. I think they're disappointed with the Bow pick in hindsight, probably. It's just not able to do much against a team like that. So, picking Bow early, it just isn't a popular thing to do at the moment. You can wait on Bow and use him as a 4th or 5th pick if you think he fits well in the lineup, because teams aren't high on him right now. He's a great hero situationally. He used to be a great hero universally. These new heroes have definitely changed the priorities in terms of which tanks are better in various situations, and you usually want to pick the one with the most utility. And right now that's Claudessa and Bastion. So, Bo, if you really want him, pick him later. If they force the pick, I don't think you shed any tears over it. I'm pretty sure Tinder was available for pick last game. So if they have a Tinder, then the Malady doesn't have to play more conservatively. She can be more forward. There's also the option of picking up a Hale instead of a Bow, because Hale, gets in there, has the hard engage, and he also outputs more damage than the Bow does.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be their number one takeaway from that game. They're going to be disappointed with the Bow, and maybe a little bit frustrated with Artemis's play. They're very good at communicating and bouncing back from losses, so I don't expect any letdown in this game. I expect them to come out swinging. Yeah,
and we saw the bans already out. Harrower is that first ban from PLS. They, that this team does not like to play Harrower. They're in first pick. They could be picking it up if they want, but that's not a priority for them. It looks like they prioritize a tank pickup as their first pick, and they don't want to give Harrower to the other team, so they just ban it out. And Ray coming out as a ban from DERP this time. It was kind of reversed last time, so interesting.
No, DERP banned out Ray both times.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. They first banned Ray, and now they're second banning Ray this time. And this time, they are locking in, their 2-lane, their ADC and their bot lane. They got their Rook, they got their Vermilion. They're not playing around this time.
Yep, and, I don't think Artemis is going to be too torn up about that, considering how he played on Rook last game. It wasn't his best performance, so I think he'll be fine with getting the Fetter or something else here and going to work against a Rook. I did mention previously that's Hooligan's probably the most preferred hero and one of his best heroes, so this is a strong opening for them. Right now, PLS are debating whether or not they want to take the Claudessa. This is always a tough spot to be in, because Claudessa is so good that you want to pick her, but if you pick her, then you block yourself out of a Tinder, Verm lane. Oh, Tinder. Oh, I guess since Verm's already gone and you have Fetter, you're probably going to put him bot lane, then I think you do go for the double tank here.
Okay.
Huh. I think you do pick the Claudessa, and then you add the Carter or something. They go for Jinshi instead, so...
Yep, I mean, it's kind of a
it's
double
like a
tank,
substitute,
yeah.
kind of. Jinshi's not innately tanky, so she can take a lot of damage in lane. I always find when I play her, the toughest part of the game is the laning phase for her. Once you get into the later stages of the game, she like takes off like amazing. But those first 5-10 minutes, it's tough to stay alive.
Absolutely, and we see that Featherstone picked up there, and you talked about it, Hooligan, one of I'm sorry, Hooligan loves Verm, which is why they picked him up over there. PLS, are they going to run Featherstone in the bot lane, or are they going to put him in that carry role in the top? And I mean, they could pick up Trixie again for Artemis. It was effective in the game one. They don't necessarily have to run that Featherstone bottom.
There's 99.9% chance that Featherstone will be in the bottom, and they'll pick a Blazer to go with the Bastion, and then a Carter to go with the Jinshi. So I think Blazer and Carter are the next two picks here. We'll see what DERP picks. They probably pick Claudessa here.
Do they
every
pick
time?
Up, do you think they pick up the Tinder?
They don't
right
actually
now?
have to pick her here. They could wait on it if they had heroes that they think would be contested, but
well, Claudessa is.
They go for
up.
it anyway.
Yep. And I mean that's not bad, right? They need to get a tank in there, and Claudessa is still on the board. Nikolai is on the board as well, but Claudessa is so good. And they go Malady.
Yeah, Malady, Claudessa. It's not a bad lane. You could also, I mean, it might vary depending on what the last pick hero is. Like they can go for a Hell 2 or something, and do Malady Hell, and then Verm plus Claudessa. It's not a bad combo either. Back to PLS. I'd be really surprised if it's not Blazer Carter.
You'd be really surprised.
They do like to occasionally throw you for a loop.
Occasionally? Occasionally?
It's like the other game I told you there was no chance they pick Minerva. This game, there is a chance.
I wouldn't mind seeing Minerva. Artemis does play a pretty decent Minerva. It'd be Minerva versus Rook, right? And we saw last game, Artemis got completely dominated and shut down as Rook versus the Minerva there on Hooligan. So maybe they're going to try and change the tables on them. Let's find out.
Change the tables or turn the tables?
I like changing the tables. Going from like a nice dinette set to like a kitchen table. I don't know. I don't know, but Trixie is picked up.
Tables. Yeah, Trixie.
I think they're gonna run that as a support
pick. They could, a la the European style of Trixie Fetter, but I think it's much more likely we see Trixie in the bottom lane.
I know. Because so they're going to run that. So Fetter, you said 99%. So here's the 1%. Fetter's going top lane ADC. Going to be paired up with, Bastion. And they'll run a Jinshi Carter lane. And they pick up Ace over on DERP's side. Oh my god.
It's far too early to speculate.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, Ace did well last game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'll have a tougher time finding kills this game. Well, Ace is good against Fetter, but he's not good against Trixie at all. So that would be my comment if I were in their Vox thinking about what hero to pick. I think Hell is a better pick, like ×3 or something. Like Hell here, having the Hell ult, having his damage output, instead of having an Ace all in that's going to be effective against two of their heroes. I think the Carter on PLS builds rocket boost too, so like who knows? They can definitely mitigate his success. But it worked last game, so go for it.
If it works, keep the train a trucking, as I would like to say. But we are loading in the game. We're in the lobby. 90 seconds. We'll see what the heck they're gonna do with this. So that Ace pickup, kind of out of nowhere. Are they going to run an Ace Malady lane? Or are they going to put Ace bottom versus Trixie?
I wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Ace is fun against Trixie because you turn on E and you just like launch your icicles back at her. I do that all the time. You walk into the laser with Eon and you machine gun icicle her, but that's just for fun. Like she doesn't actually beat her or anything.
No, I know.
So,
but I want to see it happen. I just want to see it. One time, ace bottom lane.
That means he has to pick pincer too, so then he can just have the triple machine gun.
Oh my god,
it's not triple. That's like 5.
That would be slightly evil, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, well, it would be evil for like the first second, and then when he starts losing it would just be like sad.
Yeah, poor Ace.
Like, Ace, there's no way Ace can kill Trixie unless Trixie like
lets it happen. Just Trixie has to just let it happen.
W into him and then runs into tower. Maybe runs into the enemy well. I don't know.
Running into the enemy well. Wow. All right, well, here we go. We are loading up. Let's find out. What do you think? Jinshi, negative magic armor. There's two like high magic damage heroes on them with the Trixie with the Carter. Jinshi gets in, hits a bunch of them with that minus armor debuff. That could be very very unfun for DERP over here.
Super unfun. The most unfun I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Definitely. It seems like they have some natural synergy in their team comp, which is, good to see. They're putting some deep thought into that. This could also just be because Artemis played so well in Game 1 on Trixie. Like, you might just want to go back to it and run it again. Run it back.
Run it back. I mean, absolutely, right? He dominated with that Trixie first game, and he kind of suffered on Rook quite a bit. So we'll see. It's like, it worked once. It's just a Trixie kind of day.
Me and Kiwi Dude, we have different thoughts on pets and stuff. He goes for the boundary. This is something people used to do way back in the day. I did it as well. If you're against like a jumper like Ace, you get the boundary to be extra safe. But if he builds the jump boots on top of this, it's a little excessive for me.
Oh, yeah, hopefully he goes power boots.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have the burst mana regen either, so he's going to have to go like mana ring 2. I would open up this game, I would have Mystic, I'd go for Glacier Jump first, Boots second, so you have the extra mobility earlier on in the lane. There's no real kill potential at level 2 unless you misplay, and then from there, you just start building full power, because you're an all-in hero no matter any way you slice it with Carter.
Right.
Okay. If you get those favorable trades, like you did your job. Like, it doesn't matter if Ace eventually gets to you and chops you down if you take down one of the key characters.
So,
especially in a game with double carry.
No, yeah, you're absolutely correct there. This could, so depending on how well Ace Malady does here in the mid lane, right? This could be huge, like roam potential for DERP. Looks like Malady is going to rush Rocket Boots. Ace has Fits. Depending on how well they do, but they put their farm lane up against this. We have a Bastion, Featherstone against an Ace Malady. What's your thoughts on this matchup?
I'm fine with it because Sanjukahara is confident in his ability to roam on Bastion, so I think putting him in the middle lane, it opens it up for him. Meanwhile, Jinshi is not a great roamer until like level 7, at least the style I play, or maybe other people play it differently and can create better opportunities, but I just don't like roaming with her until like level 7. I think that's when she hits her like pinnacle of damage output and efficiency in terms of getting out of her own lane.
Yeah, well, we have a 5-star Jinshi here in Mantiquias. I don't know if he's gotten his actual 5th star icon yet, but we'll see if how he's able to play Jinshi in a competitive match. I mean, obviously he's played it a ton in pub games, in just matchmaking. I don't know how much competitive Jinshi play he's had, though.
I know he's practiced it a couple times. He's solid.
Yep. Let's pull up the GPM chart here.
Manti's never going to be the player that like breaks the game. He's always going to be consistent and he's going to be pretty reliable. So look for that this game. Don't look for the monster plays because you probably won't see them. It's not an insult. It's just like his play style.
No, I absolutely agree with you. And here is Ace already coming for the roam, but they spot this out. One of the good things about putting Carter in the top lane is he's really good at spotting those ganks if the calls are made. Just by checking bushes. All right, they're doing a rotation here. They're rotating their lanes. Interesting. Oh, and they're rotating with them. It looks like. But they're going to maybe catch out Malady here. No, they're not going to catch him. Whoa, this is interesting. What is going on? PLS is not letting them have this rotation.
Yeah, so they're hard set on having these lane matchups. Reason being, the aggro lane can do a lot of damage to Carter, so Even Jinxi, I told you in lane, she's very susceptible to damage, so they don't want that matchup.
Yep.
Good on PLS, they instantly rotate and not just sit with it.
Yeah, that was a quick call. They spotted that right away, and here they are. They're back to what they've been up to. Interesting.
Yeah, and this actually, at least I played Carter a lot in my life. You know, on the top lane, there's a little engage on side Naka. It looks like he's going to get stunned. He might take some damage. He's going to drop here. No, he's going to stay alive. Instead, they're going to turn around. Stride is low.
Yeah, Stride is low, and they are going to get the kill onto Malady there, and they're going to turn this as well onto Ace. But Ace wanted to jump back in there. He has enough mana for it, but no, he's going to be fine.
Yeah, it was a little dangerous, but good play by PLS there to survive and turn it. I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I've played Carter a lot, and I like him better in the middle lane. You got a lot more space. Hitting missiles is much easier in the mid lane than it is in the top lane, just the structure of the lane. Top lane, you're kind of forced to the outside when you play Carter. Mid lane, you can go anywhere. So, you know, my personal preference is that, and I think, you know, Carter might enjoy this a little more.
Yeah, so how's the bottom lane going? Artemis, you know, keeping his farm up with Rook. He's pretty low right now. If Rook hits 6 here before Artemis hits 6, this could be a kill. It looks like a health pot's probably on the way, though. So he's going to be fine.
Here comes the big gang. This is going to come down. If Manti can land a stun, this dude is dead. Oh,
well,
no, Jukahara tries to lead and he misses.
Yeah, if Bastion could hit a stun, he'd be dead too. But no stuns were landed this day. And that
Bastion's stun, hardest stun in the world. So
yeah,
I think Manti should have tried it out for the long range one. See if he hits it. If he hits it, it's a guaranteed kill. So maybe they change it around next time and see if it goes better.
Hooligan doing a good job canceling a health pot there. But Artemis is just going to turn this back on him and you know, get the harass back in his favor. 2 seconds though. I think Hooligan might be able to, should actually go all in on Artemis right now. I mean, obviously he has a barrel roll up, but he has his kit up. He doesn't. Well, I guess Croaking Curse is up, so maybe not. But there is Mantikias. He was looking for a gank. Not going to happen. He's going to go back to the mid lane.
Yeah, I think it's a premature roam. Like, level 5. Nope, not for me. Not my style.
Not your style.
He just doesn't deal enough damage, and especially to pin down a Rook, it's very difficult as Jinxi at that point.
Sure. Yep, so no real action happening at the moment. Just looks like a lot of farm going on. Maybe in the bottom lane, actually. I spoke too soon. Artemis is not able to get that. He did not. Obviously, if he would have died that, he would have died for maybe a kill. Ooh, wow. Hooligan almost walking in to that bounce shot there. But no kills happening here in the bottom lane still. One was real close. They were both very, very low. Oh, the deliverance.
So close.
That would have been an
that would have
insta-kill.
been huge.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and that would have alleviated the pressure on the lane, let him get farm. Oh, that would have been monstrous, but no, he didn't quite get it. So close.
It would have been monstrous, but it's not. But in the top lane, looks like they do get a kill onto Ace there. And they're going to put the pressure right here onto this tower. So I'm assuming this Ace would have really liked to have stayed mid. Because now this Ace can't roam. Oh, they actually get a kill onto Malady as we move away. And they're going to finish off that tower at the same time. So here comes Ace. Ace wants to get some roaming in. I mean, he has no kills. He has that Reaper Scythe again, going very greedy again. Hopefully it works out for him in this game. But right now, it is not.
Yeah, it's going to be tougher in this game. They don't have, like, the all-in nature. Like, they have 2 heroes that can get really divey, 3 if you include the Rook. But he's going to be stuck in the bottom lane for a while, because just the way that Trixie plays the lane, she's going to keep it forward. So if he leaves the lane to try and create anything, he's going to lose a tower. So I think it's probably not as good a choice, especially after you get changed to the top lane. Rolling opportunities are much harder to come by from top lane because your movement is predictable.
Yep.
You're either going to mid lane or you're going to top lane. Like, you can circle around. So I don't like it this game. Yeah, I mean, that could really hurt him. If he went for something defensive in nature, then perhaps he's able to sustain longer in team fights and create better opportunities. But I do understand the notion, like you have a Fitz already, you're expecting to get kills.
Yeah,
so
you make
therefore,
it pay, right? Exactly.
Logically, you should have that item that's very efficient if you get the kills, the Reaper side.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's still early. Ace can still get the stacks off. It's not over or anything for them. But they just got to find those opportunities. Because right now, PLS is winning this early game. They have almost a 4,000 gold lead. And we have a fight in the mid lane. Looks like no kills are going to happen. Oh, they're even trying to change this. Oh, one more auto attack's all that's needed. And Kiwi Dude will pick that up. That was a really nice stun coming out by Jin Shi there into that yak attack and that auto attack. That was nicely played because I thought Vermilion was going to be just fine. But that long range stun strikes again.
Yep, nice job. And here's a Bastion. Just gonna tap the ward actually. I love this rotation. Like the lane swap, I feel like it's hurting DERP more than it's hurting PLS, and DERP are the ones that initiated it.
Yep.
Like if they had stayed in the lanes they were, at least Malady can break free and Dudley can break free. But they're so pinned up here in the top lane that these heroes are losing most of their value right now. And like if they can't get out and start creating opportunities across the map, they're just going to continue to lose towers and methodically be pushed through.
Yeah, bottom lane finally getting a kill there on that Trixie. So Rook, getting a little bit of free time. You might even get some decent tower damage here.
Here's the lane swap.
They're swapping again. Wow, they should. I mean, obviously they should have swapped this earlier, but I mean, I give it to them. They're trying to fix their problems, right? Obviously,
this should be a Baldir for PLS.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
It looks like they're just going to lane swap instead. But so they had to push out the top lane, so they had enough time to kill the Baldir. So it's a little bit of a missed opportunity.
Well, this Malady might be in some trouble. No, going to Rocket Boot's way, going to be okay. But instead of a lane swap, they're just going to 4-man push this mid tower as best they can. But here comes Lalon. They're going to defend this. Hooligan's even here on Rook. So maybe they're just going to let Verm have some free farm top for a little bit, which is desperately needed.
Yeah, that would be good for him. Just looking at the GPMs, you can see across the board, almost every hero has higher GPM right now on the side of PLS, but the one that they have to really be concerned about is that Feder at 490. Like, if Feder hits 500 GPM in 10 minutes into the game, it's going to be a long game. Feder is the super carry. Like, a Feder with money is going to tear through you. The only thing they have going for them is that double gank engage from Malady and Ace, so if they get onto Feder, maybe they can make his life a little bit more difficult, but it's not going to be the easiest thing when you're behind in terms of map presence and map control because you're losing tier 1s left and right.
Yeah, and they're going in on Feder here. I don't think Feder's going to get away from this.
No, that's likely. A Vermilion.
Vermilion. They're going. Feder is going in on Vermilion. It's getting late in the day. My apologies.
Late in the day. It's like 1:40 by where you are.
Yes, it's late.
Late in the day.
I'm old. I wake
early
up
bird special.
I wake up at like at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I believe you, because you're still up when Thatchy's up. But ult in the bottom lane misses from Rook. It wouldn't have killed. It would have just been for harassment. I think he's getting a little frustrated down there. Rooks are expected to do better against Trixie, so the fact that he's been pinned down like this definitely would frustrate most players, including myself.
Yep.
So, like, the nature of Rook is if you get pinned down, you're just trying to all in for kills, like, as often as possible, which is usually every 70 seconds on the cooldown of your ult. And we'll likely see him do that a little bit more. He's been trying to get the mid to roams, but just the way the game has played out thus far, there's no good opportunities for roams for him.
Absolutely. It looks like DERP was trying to make rotation here to Baldir, but it got spotted out, so that is not happening now. Kurswan finished on Malady. That could be a good playmaker if in these team fights, but we're really not at that team fight stage yet. And DERP's not even trying to gank right now. I mean, they're basically just defending for the most part. Mantikia is coming in for the cutoff here, but Lalon with the Scorching Earth, and they're going to try and change this. Mantikia is taking a lot of damage right now. Can they get on him quick enough is the question, because here comes Hooligan. Windrush used. Nope, they're backing off. Ace is here. I don't know if this was a miscommunication or not, but they should have kept chasing that. I'm not sure why they backed off.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I don't understand. We could see it plainly on the map. The Ace is coming in. They stopped the chase. Ace slowed easily. They probably pick up a kill if they keep going there. Maybe they were afraid that the chase would have ended up under tower, but the point of Ace is to be aggressive and dive.
Yep.
And Ace desperately needs kills right now, so like they really should have helped him get them. He has a Fitz and he has a Reaper Scythe. I think he has one charge so far.
Yeah,
so
but Hooligan on Vermilion in the top lane gonna go down to Mantequillas with that Bounder. Boundered in for the stun and done, but Dudley's in the bot lane here. They want to make a kill happen. They're going to go on Artemis. Artemis is definitely going to fall. That's good for them. However, Bastion has the Chosen One activated, and he's going to be fine. No way they're going to kill him. No, they actually want to go in on this. I don't think they have the speed for it, however. There's the Cursed Wand. They still want to make this happen, but as Zydic charge away, they are... Oh, there is the Fitz. I don't know if that's going to be enough to finish him off. Will it? Will it? He gets the shield off! He's still alive! But here he goes. He's definitely going to die now. Obviously.
They waste so much of their time.
I know. But it is what it is.
Did they kill Baldir while that happened? Like, that's horrible. I think they did.
They did.
I don't know why Baldir doesn't go the right color for the team in Spectator. They got to fix that. But yeah, the fact that they chased him for that long and PLS is just able to walk up and take a Baldir. Like, oh my god. And I know, I do that all the time. Like, if I know I'm dying, I'm going to run in the weirdest directions and just make people chase me. It's one of my favorite things to do because, like, if they're chasing you, they're not getting anything positive out of your death because they have to go back to lane. They have to reset themselves.
Oh, Carter had a huge
nice
sidestep there. Oh, but no, Ace is in a lot of trouble now as well. I think he is going to be okay, but yeah, not able to save Malady there. Carter had such a big sidestep with the Bounder, dodging the Whirlwind. That was huge. And at the same time,
yeah, bottom lane, they're gonna get the kill on Rook. PLS are in such control of this game. They're gonna pinch in on this Rook. Oh my, Ace is in a bad spot.
He's gotta go.
You're in the wrong neighborhood, Ace.
Yeah, he can jump over those walls. He'll be all right. But this bottom tower is definitely falling. I don't know if they're gonna try and keep pressuring this for another tower. It looks like they want to.
Yeah, they're gonna pressure the tower. I mean, this is kind of what not so. I said during the pick screen, like, hell, it just with this comp would have been a better pick. I think Ace has situations where he's a good hero, and I don't think this lineup was one of those situations. You have two heroes in the Claudessa and the Vermilion that are a little bit more passive earlier on in the game, so you can't go all in aggression style like you did in the last game. They were riding a high because he did do a good job last game, but I think you have to like reassess after every game and kind of look at it as an isolated event.
However, here's the engage. They're going to go hard behind. Kiwi Dude is going to fall there, and that's what they needed. However, Hooligan is also going to fall as well. So while they did get a good job, getting two down, the counter initiation by Senpai was just too good.
Yeah, but look at the three that are alive for please.
Yep.
It's Featherstone, Trixie, and Jinshi. Jinshi is not as much of a damage dealer, but she's a great facilitator, and then two of their key heroes are still alive. So that's a deceptive fight. Like, it looks like they got a pretty good trade, but if you don't kill those heroes, you're not doing the right thing.
Well, absolutely. So they definitely trade tier 2 towers there, and DERP needs those towers. They need those objectives, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, it would have been good if they could have defended their mid, but he was not. However, Hooligan on Vermilion is in a little bit of trouble right now. He is going to get cut off. The entire team is here, and he's going to try and turn this, but it's just not gonna work. But
that's a really odd chase. They committed too many people. They're going to lose Sindara now.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They went hard in on that Vermilion, and I think Verm is fine with that, because they are definitely going to get a Sindara out of this.
Yeah. To get more value, they have to backdoor this top tier 2 and kill this treasure camp. They don't do either of those things yet. Now they're considering it. Did they see the treasure camp? treasure camp, boys?
I don't think so.
I don't think they saw it, but they will backdoor the tier 2. So this is a smart call. When you realize they're taking Sundara, they're not in a position to retaliate and get this, so, you know, a lot of people say backdoor, boo, boo-hoo, but, you know, if you can get the money, global gold, that plus the Baldir kill almost counts for the money they got from the Sundara kill, and that's just a matter of team fighting against the monkey. They've had no problems team fighting thus far in the game. They're unlikely to have a problem moving forward.
Yep, and they, so we have, they're going to send it top. This interesting decision to send it top. You think they should have just sent it mid or bottom and just go for some more towers right now. They're sending it top. It's kind of greedy. There's like, let's try and get a generator here instead of kind of playing it safe and using that Krytos to just get some free objectives, basically. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. I wasn't listening to anything you just said, so I'm going to go ahead and just go on a different point and say that this is going to be an interesting team fight.
Okay. Good
so I talked about this like 2 games ago, right? When you have a Featherstone and you're fighting against the monkey onslaught, you stay in your base 100% of the time. And we'll see if they stay in their base. Like, that's the only key to success. Like, have the Featherstone between the choke points so it's difficult to get to him, and then the fight's over. Especially with like a Trixie too. Like, so if you look at the way the fight's gonna be structured, if they come in on one of these angles, they're gonna get hit by a Croaking Curse, a Featherstone damage with an ultimate, and all the rockets in the world coming out from Carter.
Yeah, and
this is almost a team fight that DERP can't take. Like, I know they're all inning.
Oh, they're all in right there onto Featherstone, but he's 3-man Whirlwind, but it's not gonna matter. Bastion in the background gonna get his ultimate off. Doing a good job though, Vermilion are making this happen. They're not going to get this generator. And in the end, I think they just trade 1-for-1 kills. So like I said, I think it would have been a better idea to put it mid and try and get some towers instead of going all in on a generator like that. But they might get this tier 1, so okay.
They might. They might overstay and lose
a
couple heroes.
They do get it. And they're backing out, so not everything was lost there. Not everything.
Not everything.
What's the gold graph look like right now? It's about 6,000 gold lead in PLS's favor. I mean, they basically had control of this game the entire time, as we can see. So, I mean, obviously, still DERP is still playing from behind. They got to figure out how to come back here. How's Dudley doing now with this Reaper Scythe here? He has
Hooligan. You're in a bad spot.
Hooligan is.
But they actually can't catch him yet. His team's rallying. This is awkward.
They're definitely going to catch him. He is. They took a long time, but here comes.
Awkward now.
Here comes the team support, and they're going to go in. Rook getting the nice engage on the Kiwi dude who's going to die. Hide and seek away from that imminent boom. They're going to take out Featherstone as well and get a tier 1 tower. So, I mean, good work, Vermilion. Setting up that fight, kind of?
I don't think it's good work ever when Vermilion dies. No.
Sure.
But I think it's mostly Manti's fault for not being in the area. Jinchi is a fighter, not a farmer. He should always be around, and here he comes in now.
Here he comes. They're going to get a stun out onto. Nice wall coming out, though. Malady is going to live, and they're going to turn this. Lalonde is definitely going to go on double kill for Artemis. And all right, so they turn that kill back around. Fermi is back up. I don't think they're going to make any big play happen. So we talked about that Frost Prism probably being a good pickup, right, against this. No, that was last game. Well, that was last game, not this game. Frost Prism now as a pickup. I don't know. Would you agree with the Frost Prism pickup on Vermilion right now?
No. Like, a lot of people are starting to turn on Frost Prism again. It's one of those items that cycles in and out of popularity. It's like a flavor of the month item. But I just don't like it because you have a Frost Prism, but you don't really damage people yet. Like, you need something to get through these armor heroes and shred. So crushing Maze or Zealot's Blade is just a better item in general. Like, he's not in a position where kiting has become a factor. That's usually when you're ahead and you're off by yourself a lot.
Yep,
he's off by himself a lot, but he's not ahead, and he's just dying to 4 or 5 people. Cross Prism's not going to help you against 4 or 5 people.
Here comes the back door. Possibly they're going to look for another pick.
No, they're doing the same thing. It's a wave bait.
With the wave bait. You just coined the term. It's wave bait.
The wave bait.
But they're not going to fall for it, though, just like last time.
Oh, if that lifted him into the base, that would have been badass.
That would have been pretty awesome.
Oh, my gosh. That was so close to being an epic play.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's certain walls you can't lift people over, and there's some that, like, I don't know. There's just no...
There's some walls that are too thick. Like, that's a real thick wall. And I don't know if you can... I don't know if you can pop them over it.
Like, where's, like, the publication that tells us how the map's supposed to function?
You just gotta find out.
Those are walls for bow walls. There's some walls that are too thick.
Yep.
Like, what are we supposed to do? Break out a ruler and check things? Okay, but meanwhile, there's a fight brewing here. I don't think this is a great fight. Just because they have the gen up. They did use Rook ult already, though, so I guess slight favor.
Yeah, but I don't know. Can they really push this in? I mean, they have Malady here to clear waves if they need to. Rest of the team, yeah, I don't know. Definitely pressuring it.
I don't think you fight here. You have to hit like a monster Croaking Curse to get the good fight. So, it's probably on Manti landing a stun first.
Yeah.
I think they're better off just moving out of here.
Yeah, no, their other lanes are getting pushed, so...
Is there any way to see... Oh, Sindara's up, so yeah, there's no way you fight there.
Alright, here we are. Around Sindara.
Here we are, around Sindara, doing things. Here comes the team. They're gonna go high grounds.
Yeah, they're gonna actually push their lane back.
Really far back. I think this is conservative positioning to try and, you know, not get pounced on by Malady. But he does have a barrier token, so I don't really like it. He's gonna do the tower. That means they're gonna start a fight. Manti gets caught out here a little bit. They don't commit to fighting him though.
I mean,
and we're back at the same spot we were 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, basically.
Also,
this time
there's a chest here. Chest hype.
I don't. Nobody has spotted it out and or cares about it yet, though.
I gotta yell at these guys later. Like, they're really bad at seeing the chest. It's so much money.
It's yeah, it's pretty funny. But here's PLS. Are they gonna just start? Looks like they want to start this. Nope, they're gonna wait.
Pay homage to the RNG gods that have blessed you on this day.
Oh, Carter getting some really good rockets off. This Malady. They are giving this up.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna trade it for a Baldier.
I don't know. Is that it? No, they're gonna trade it for a generator. As you can see, they're gonna try and get a gen here, but I don't know.
They're gonna beat Manti. They're awfully slow to get there.
Oh my god, is this gonna be a good idea? They can do this.
Manti's
they need
back.
Verm here.
They can't do it. There's 2 back. GG. No RE.
No, yeah, they're gonna. Manti is definitely gonna die for this. Kiwi Dude might die for this as well. They're gonna get this generator, maybe? Rook wants it? No. Oh my god. That was such the misplay by DERP here. I mean, they were all in on that generator, but 4 die. I mean, they killed 2, but yeah, they didn't get the gen either. If they would have got the generator, it would have been worth it.
I don't know. I think it was a bad call. It took them too long to get there. If they could have Baldiered, and that would have been cool. They would have got some more money and kept the game alive. But now they're going to lose a gen back in response.
Yeah, maybe.
And then there's a monkey coming. They didn't switch the lane to the monkey. This is sloppy. Like, why are you going for the mid gen and sending the monkey mid?
Yeah, they're not getting the mid gen right away.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, the bad play of not getting the gen absolves the error of sending monkey mid.
So we're gonna have a fight here. Obviously, Jinshi is a little far back, but he should be caught up in time. Can they kill this? Can they stop this monkey before it gets on gen and before a fight really breaks out? Guess that's what we're about to find out. So there is the monkey. They're going to try and do it. Here comes the golden one. Activated. Getting a really good, especially with the Croaking Curse on top of that. The front line just getting decimated there by PLS. All that's left is his back line, but they have the damage, but they don't have the defense to stop it. But, I mean, they are defending this as best they can now. Medkias is going to go down. Bastion might go down as well. One more on attack. It's definitely going to happen. They do get the generator, though, so I think they're happy in the end for that. Let's take a look at the gold graph after all that fight. Yeah, we're at over a 15,000 gold lead in PLS's favor. What is DERP? Is DERP going to keep trying to backdoor this this generator? They have it low now. It's definitely easier to backdoor. What do you think?
No, I think they have to... I don't know. They don't really have good options. They need to, like, find a nice cozy bush, set up a tent, and camp it out.
Just
and
wait
get one or
out.
two picks. They really need picks. So, like, hopefully we see some creative movement and they find a bush to camp in and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they're here we go. So DERP is going for a Baldir, but it's going to get spotted out. They're not going to be able to finish this.
Bush.
And Dudley is going to go down instead. And they're gonna clean up this Baldir. So there is that. Yeah, PLS, they are just controlling this game. Every objective, controlling it very effectively right now. DERP has to really come up with a really big team fight or a huge gank to get back in this game, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't a bush. They need to camp a bush.
Unfortunately,
and not that bush either. Not the bush they're in right now. That's a really bad bush against the Carter to camp.
Sure.
Like, you have to get really creative at this point. Like, if they were standing in the bush right below this ward here, that would have been awesome.
Right.
But, you know, it's a high-risk play, but you're already down in the game, so you have to, like, definitely try and consider moves that your enemy wouldn't predict. See, this bush gets checked every time, 100% of the time. Because it's a high ground bush. That's the most dangerous bush in the world, so you just have to check it.
Yeah, they are setting themselves up. It's a long time for another Sindara, of course. Probably 2 minutes or so. So we'll see what happens here. We have Bastion was looking for an engagement there. I think a Tops was used, or that might have been the passive from Tops. But here we go. They have the high ground. DERP's got to be very careful right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of poke on the side of PLS right now, so if they want a siege, they can sustain it for a long time.
Yep.
Some interesting movement going on here. This is a two-man backdoor effort. Lalon and the Hooligan are going to try and finish off a gen.
I think so. I think that's exactly what this is. We're going to have a three-man defense. Obviously, they're waiting for a pick-off here. This is definitely a backdoor attempt on a generator. I mean, you said they're desperate, right?
Yeah, this is a good play, actually, because they get out unspotted. If they get spotted, it's a bad play.
All right, they're on
PLS
it.
Will just all in.
Nope, nobody's backing. They're going to go right for this generator and try and contest this. Everybody is backing off of this, though. Ace is getting in the mix there. He gets Hexbane down, nothing he can do. They're just trying to defend this, and they're doing actually a decent job of defending this. Dudley, however, on Ace is taking a lot of damage, but Malady is going to take out Featherstone. And there he goes. Good job. They get the generator. They are back. They protected this. Mantiquias is going to fall. There it is. That's the play. That is exactly the kind of play we were looking for out of DERP, and they made it happen. Oh, Lalon is going in. Activates the Wind Rush. He's going to be able to catch up to Kiwi Dude here. I don't see Kiwi Dude making it out of this alive. Well, maybe with the Yak attack.
Yeah, Yak attacks and he's fine. Yak, don't talk back.
They took a 20,000 gold lead down to just a 12,000.
That was a great play. And PLS kind of, like, as a response, they forced it, and they put themselves in harm's way by overextending on some of those dives. They didn't get any damage on the gen itself. Like, they fought heroes under the gen, and I think they probably lost in the net hero trade, so, you know, props to DERP. PLS need to be a little bit more patient. Like, Sindar just came up, Baldir's up. Their heroes are just respawning, so they're not in positions to take advantage of that because of that last fight. Like, you have to take into account the timers on the objectives when you're doing any kind of, like, dry or, what's a better term? Like a naked base assault, where you don't have anything facilitating the assault.
I understand, and here we are on another Sindara attempt. We'll see who comes out the victor of this team fight. Obviously, PLS still has a huge lead, and they're actually going to go in onto Claudessa here. That's a lot of engagement on Claudessa. They are here to respawn, and they are. Rook is in the fight. He's going to get bursted down and just deleted there. And the rest of the team is now running for their lives at the moment. Oh my god, that was a really nice bounce shot with the slow. They're trying to get in here. Everybody is running. All right, they're going to get back to the generator. Now the question is, can they defend this generator, or is PLS just going to go for Syndara? It looks like
second choice.
Going right for Syndara.
Mm-hmm. They're just going to walk up to Syndara and try and kill it. And they should be able to. There's no rotations. There's too much pressure coming on top lane, too. This is free.
Yep. And free is free.
Free is free.
So what is DERP going to do here? Obviously, they want to go for a Baldir, but this could be a bad idea because the entire team of PLS is here. If they get caught out by one of these guys, it's going to be a free gen for them. All right, they get Baldir. They know they're at Baldir. Are they just going to go right in, or are they going to be patient now? Nope, they're going to go in. They're actually going to hit the Rook, but Rook is going to get away and be fine. And now Mantiqueous is in a lot of trouble at the moment. He's going to get the second and a half. Mantiqueous is going to fall. There goes the Chosen One. He's going to get a nice engagement on his ult just so they can run away. I don't know. They with Jinshi down, are they going to be able to push with this monkey?
Yeah, I don't know. That was a misplay. I don't know why you force that before the monkey comes out.
Yep.
So at this point, it's looking like PLS want to make the game more interesting. 33 minutes in, they've had a decisive lead for most of the game, but their lead is dropping significantly. It's only at 12,000 gold, which is like, what? 12,000 divided by 5, 2.5k each hero?
Yeah, just about.
Something like that, so it's not that much at all.
So, obviously they gave up that Syndara because they were down a man. And they will just, extend the game, play it out more. So DERP, coming back. DERP really thrives in this, in like the mid-game situation here, don't they?
I think, they should, maybe both teams should just find a nice big bush and camp it.
And wait till one of them
at this point
calls chicken.
Yeah, I don't think DERP has left their base, like, aside from getting that Baldir kill, like, they're staying in their base. I think last game, those back doors got them really on edge. So this game, they're, like, respecting the back door constantly.
Yeah, right.
All hands on deck.
Yeah. They are definitely going to drag this game out to the bitter end. So we will see. We'll see what happens here. I mean, PLS is still in control here. They have, lane pressure. All three lanes are kind of pushing in their favor. The roaming is 5. DERP is kind of stuck in their base at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what else we can say about it. The team fights have been pretty close. They shouldn't have been. It's probably because they're odd team fights. If they fight straight up, PLS should have advantage.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, they're fighting under gens. They're giving them odd man encounters. It's a little sloppy right now, and they're going to tighten it up. I think they're going to be more patient. I think they're learning from their mistakes. They don't want to lose this game because they want to advance, get their chance to play against F3 tomorrow, if I'm correct.
The winner of this game does advance to play Flipside Tactics tomorrow morning. Yes, in the semifinal, in that semifinal bracket. So we will see.
Baldir goes down, get some more money, and here's the back door. They were respecting it for so long, let their guard down,
and then there it is. That's all.
Oh, Carter broke one of their TPs.
Oh wow!
Oh,
yeah, that was
back
huge.
Sooner. He could have rook ulted. They might have gotten a pick off of it, but Carter in the bottom lane breaks a TP or two, and he might die for it now.
No, I think he's gonna be fine. DERP Hooligan there doing a really good job dodging all those rockets, so he's fine. Everyone's fine. Obviously, a generator does go down in the top lane, and that's what we're talking. I mean, we're at that stage of the game where both these teams can easily take a generator down in the blink of an eye, that you gotta make sure your lanes are pushed. You gotta make sure you have those wards up so you can see when those attempts are happening. And I mean, you just gotta play very safe. Right now, the Roman is 5. They're gonna go down to Baldir. I'm gonna assume no, Baldir is not about to. Where are they going? They're looking for a pickoff. Yeah, Sindar is gonna be up in about a minute. So we'll see. And here is PLS. They're going to... are they setting up to do the same thing? They're looking for either a gank or they're going to backdoor another generator.
They're set up to backdoor another generator. They don't even need to backdoor. Their creeps are here.
Oh, sorry. Right.
They're going to try and counter backdoor.
Oh, they're going...
Call. Your Crux's shield go down with this bad boy.
Oh, I don't know. This is a bad idea. That's game. They are not responding. Really oh, I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Yes, game. Well, at the point where they were they even be able to TP back in time? I don't know. But
like honestly, they probably shouldn't have been that far out in the first place. They just got BD'd on a gen. They know that PLS is off the map, and Sindar is respawning soon, so they're likely on the bottom half of the map. I don't know. They're going for a base race. You know, they were not doing too poorly in those fights. I think you drag the game out a little bit longer and see what happens, but they tried.
Then they did try, and PLS though winning that series 2-1 over DERP. I'm giving it up to DERP though. I think they played their hearts out there. They had some really good plays. They won game 2. You know, being the second place challenger, obviously they're coming into a whole new group of teams to be playing against. But they did a really good job and definitely proving you know that they belong playing against these teams.